Hi, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Trouble at the Tavern.
Oh my God, we're doing it.
We're doing it, guys.
Doing it.
We're recording the very first ever Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Oh my God.
It's never been done.
It's never been done?
Never been done. At least not that I know of.
That is crazy to me.
Never
Yeah.
listened to
Almost
one.
unbelievable.
Almost like it's not true. My name is Chris Black. I will be the role of the Dungeon Master for this podcast. But more than that, I will also act as the god of this world that we all soon will know as Hallow. I am also very, very humble.
Just a humble
A little
God.
humble
Just a
God.
humble...
ruling over little peasants like us.
Yes, and should we introduce some of these peasants?
Yes,
I
please.
mean, yeah.
I think I have a name.
Well, I hope you do, because you're first. May I introduce Michael Pugasevich?
Hello, hello. I am playing Dillon Buckley, a half-elf fighter.
Very nice. My second peasant, Hartley Fanson.
Yeah. I will be playing Clue Standy. He is a human paladin, and he is a piece of work.
And he's raring to go.
And last, but certainly not least, we have Maggie Palude.
Hi, and I'll be playing Minorda Revka, also known as Minx, and she's a satyr sorcerer.
Satyr
Oh my
sorcerer.
goodness, with the coolest name ever. What was that again?
Minorda.
Minorda.
Oh, interesting.
I also forgot to mention, I am as Chris, but I am also a human idiot.
Oh my goodness.
My race and
Wow,
class.
what level?
To be determined.
Okay.
We'll see how this first podcast goes.
Oh my God. Okay.
But before we even jump into this world, we don't know a lot about it. So maybe we should do a quick history of Hallow.
Are you sure you just don't want to just drop us in blind?
I can email you the spark notes if you want, but I
Yeah.
feel like that would be a disservice
And
to
just
the,
if
to the
anybody
listeners.
subscribes to the podcast, you can just email them too.
Yeah,
right?
can
We
I just
CC them?
Can I just skip the opening cutscene? Is it just do I
do you
just
just
press
wanna go to the
enter?
washroom and-
Space? What's the
Yeah, no, the skip intro is going to pop up like Netflix, and you can just click on my nose.
Just
and it'll
get
fast
into
forward
it.
right into it. Let's get into a little history of Hallow. Cue the dramatic music. Our story takes place in a world that was formed by gods many years ago. The world was formed by both the gods of peace and chaos, who combined their powers to shape the lands, elements, and beings. Besides walking amongst its inhabitants and bestowing prosperity to those who worship them, the gods also granted eternal life and remarkable powers to individuals who deemed themselves worthy through mighty deeds. These champions of the gods, demigods living amongst the common folk, were known as exarchs. For 1,000 years, the world of Hallow was in a state of peace. But all that changed with the rise of Asmodeus. As an exarch, Asmodeus spent centuries as a demigod on Hallow, using his powers for good. It wasn't until he was deemed worthy enough for a place in the gods' realm to become a god himself that Asmodeus revealed his true character. While he had been playing his part, Asmodeus spent his time secretly aligning with the gods of chaos, vowing to bring a new order to the gods. This betrayal was the start of a 200-year war between good and evil that came to be known as the Doom. Gods and exarchs were slain on both sides. Millions of Hallow citizens were lost in the process. The war finally ended, though, with Asmodeus defeating the god of good and peace. Before dying, however, the god of good and peace cursed Asmodeus and his followers, trapping them in the outer planes for eternity. Seeing the destruction caused by their presence, the gods of peace elected to leave Hallow forever. The departure prompted a new conflict between the surviving demigods, known as the War of Exarchs. It was much more one-sided compared to the Doom, however, thanks in large part to the god Moradin, the god of creation. Moradin crafted powerful weapons to be used by the Exarchs of Peace that would grant them powers that would rival the gods themselves. It wasn't long before the Exarchs of Chaos were either killed or banished from Hallow to join their deities. After the war, as a final act, the gods of peace took the powers away from their surviving champions, erasing the presence of gods and exarchs from Hallow forever. From then on, Hallow's history was shaped by mortals. It was decided that Clangadin Silverbeard, Moradin's final exarch, would be made the first mortal king of Hallow. For 800 years, the kingdom prospered, being ruled by the Silverbeard family. The weapons used in the war, now known in legend as the relics of Moradin, have not been seen for centuries. Our story begins in 1173 AD, or after Doom. It has been 20 years since the end of the Great Orc Rebellion, and the continent has enjoyed a time of peace. But, unbeknownst to many of Hallow citizens, that will all soon change.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Shall we get into it, guys?
Please, let's get into it.
All right, let's get into
Fantastic.
it. Our campaign takes place and starts in the lowlands of Hallow. With much of the landscape of Hallow permanently altered from the Doom and the War of Exarchs, the magic that the gods and demigods wielded completely destroyed some of the continent. And the lowlands were the primary source of agriculture and farming in the world now, as their lands were least altered and most fertile. As such, lowlands primarily composed of farms, plentiful woods, and an abundance of small towns and villages. The majority of the citizens that dwelled here were halflings, humans, anyone that was adept and satisfied with the farming lifestyle. In the center of this land was Tillville, the production city, where all of the natural resources came together to be processed, sold, and distributed to the rest of Hallow. Now, when looking at Tillville, there's never a calm day. The people who live here are production workers, market vendors, shop owners, those who live not only the simple life, but the working life. They're the kind that do the 9-to-5 and are completely happy with it, not ones of wealth or luxury. So the city itself is pretty simple. You have your shops, you have your markets, but a lot of the residents and dwellings are simple. One-story places, thatched roofs, nothing too fancy. All except one. You see, at the edge of the city, standing out high above the others, literally, is a 3-story mansion, as it were.
Okay, I think I know where this is going.
And inside this mansion, there lay a sleeping human. Hartley, would you like to describe your character?
I guess. My name's Clue. I don't really do much anymore. I have all this money, all these things that I don't really know what to do with or why I have them. But I do. And I make do with that.
And as we focus in on Clue, probably still sound asleep. What kind of room does Clue have?
Clue's room is relatively unadorned. There's a bed in the center of the room. It's a king bed.
Wait, like in the direct center of the room?
Direct center of the room.
Jesus,
Wait, like
psycho.
no wall side.
No headboard either.
Jesus Christ.
Just a mattress?
It's a mattress on a
Stacked.
it's stacked.
Is he not worried about falling off at all?
Clue's not
No,
worried
it's a
about
king
much.
size. He's one guy.
Right.
Clue is in his middling years. He's 42 years old, human, graying in a scruffy, unkempt beard and salt and pepper hair, more salt than pepper. He has a relatively chiseled face and a body that is worn. He mostly wears the same thing every day. Leather jerkins, some chainmail, and a enormous but incredibly new and very unused greatsword on his back.
Nice. What are jerkins?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
Does he sleep with all this as well? Like, is he sleeping in his jerkin and his greatsword?
I think he sleeps without his chainmail.
Oh, that's a jerkin.
That's a jerkin.
I see. Hartley has just shown me a picture of a jerkin.
It's a shirt.
You know you can't go to those websites while we're recording.
I think he sleeps without his chainmail. I think he's got an undershirt under his jerkin.
He sleeps with his jerkin.
No, I think the jerkin and the chainmail comes off.
Oh, okay.
But he sleeps ready.
Mm.
He takes the jerkin off to have a jerkin.
We're going
strong
episode. That's Clue.
Wow, episode 1 of 1.
1 of 1.
Yeah.
All right, so Clue, jerkin and all, sound asleep in his room, when all of a sudden he hears a loud rap at the door.
He doesn't answer.
The rap comes again, slightly louder this time.
What?
You hear the sound of a posh accent coming from the other side of the door.
Fuck.
Sir, it is 9 a.m. Perhaps it's time to get up.
Is that really what you woke me up for? What do you think I have to do?
I know, sir. Apologies as always. I know you don't like getting up before 11, but you have a letter that's come to you from Master Perrick.
Come in.
The door opens, and standing at the doorway is a fairly old man, probably at least in his 70s, wearing a long formal jacket with tails, a waistcoat, striped trousers, complete with gloves, a bow tie, all very clean and well-tailored. Very, very white hair, of course, slightly balding at the top, and a thin pencil mustache. This is your butler, Banks, that you know very well. As I said, sir, and again, sorry to interrupt, but you have a letter from Master Perrick.
Banks, it seems like you're always sorry to interrupt, but you keep doing it.
Well, yes, sir, and of course, but might I also suggest, and I know I've said this before, sir,
Give me the letter.
Yes, but before I do...
Go do something. Serve my father.
Your father doesn't get up till 3, so I really have nothing to do for about 6 hours. Your
Does
family
he
sleeps...
have a letter? Perhaps you should wake him up.
You know all too well that he does not
snatched
get...
the letter away.
Also, it might be more advantageous to put your bed to the side of the room, more floor space, as it were.
You know I have the night shakes.
Yes, I live right under you. I know how much... I know how much the bed rocks back and forth.
I put your room there for a reason, Banks.
I know, and I'm not complaining. I'm just bringing up the fact again.
Listen, you're a government-sanctioned worker. I know you don't want to be here. I don't want you to be here. This is an unfortunate circumstance.
Not true. I love my job very much.
Read the letter aloud to me, Banks. Make yourself useful.
Yes, of course. I did just give it to you. Can I have it back?
Fine. I give it to him.
And while I'm opening this letter, sir, perhaps maybe investing in a pair of pajamas, as it were. I know you said you're comfy in your jerkin, but, it's the quality is not the best for sleeping.
What do you mean? This is the best quality leather.
Yes, of course. I don't doubt that in the slightest.
What do you sleep in, Banks?
It's a rather personal question, Master Clue, but I sleep in my underwear.
Give it to me.
You want my underwear?
Sure. If you really think I should be sleeping in something other than my jerkin, Banks.
I will read the letter and leave.
I nod silently.
He goes on to say that the letter, again, is from Master Perrick, your mentor at the church.
Yeah.
And it instructs you to, as soon as you wake up, to come to the church immediately.
I pick up my chainmail, which is sitting beside my bed, and I just slowly, I quickly put that on. I kind of rub my beard, just so it's, pat it down a little bit so it's a little bit less unruly. And I just say, Banks, I'm headed out. Make sure my father needs for nothing.
He hardly ever does. And if you're serious, I will clean a fresh pair of underwear for you to wear at night.
I wasn't serious.
Oh, thank God. That would have dropped down my my stock to 2.
How much do I make every year, Banks?
More than I could possibly imagine to have in my own possession. It's a lot.
I'll try and buy you another pair of underwear on the way out.
You see his legs wobble a little bit as he says, "Oh, I could never. I could. Please.
Okay, I won't.
Oh, okay.
Just joking, Banks. We do this all the time.
The repartee never fails to get me, Master Clue.
Goodbye.
Farewell."
And I leave. I head towards the church.
Nice. So yeah, you walk down. I'm presuming your bed is on, or your room is on the top floor of this 3-story mansion. You make your way down. Again, it's very quiet in the house. Not Banks and you are the only one who are up at this time,
Yeah.
even though the city is wide awake. People have been up for hours. But as you leave the house and wander down the streets to the church, you see people just going about their day by day. The smell of Tillville is very, very distinct, but it's not a bad smell. It's a very farming kind of smell. A lot of smells of animals.
Smell of work getting done.
Exactly. Yeah. Pastries being cooked. A lot of smokestacks in the city, but it's not all bad smoke. It's all like ovens of nice food and just, it's a working town, but it's not like a dirty town in any means.
On his way to the church, can I stop in a local bakery and just pay too much for a loaf of bread?
Of course. Yeah. You stop in at your favorite bakery. What is your favorite bakery called?
John's Hotcakes.
John's Hotcakes. Yes. You stop in at John's Hotcakes. You see John, the owner. Clue.
Hey, John, you can do me just fine by giving me a loaf of bread right there.
Fresh out of the oven, if I do say so myself. That'll only be 1 gold.
Here, take 10.
Whoa.
I give him 10 gold.
You are most kind, Clue. You're keeping me in business, as it were.
Well, somebody's got to.
Was that a knock on the bread, or...
It's a knock on the world, John. It's a knock on the world.
I love this repartee that we have in the mornings, Clue.
Goodbye, John.
Goodbye, Clue. As you leave John's shop, you hear all of a sudden from behind, you hear John kind of scream out in surprise. What did I say? Get out! You are going to drive away customers! And you see him kind of sweep at the door, and you see him sweep out this tiny little creature that tumbles down the street and lands at your feet and looks up at you.
Fuck. Sorry, John.
Is this thing yours?
I don't think this thing's anyone's, but I claim responsibility.
As you say that, you see this small gray creature
Grub.
looking up with this black and white face. Just...
Listen, if you're going to go through somebody's garbage, go through mine.
kind of nods.
All right, are you going to bother anyone else today? Follow me. Or not, I don't care.
What, is it a raccoon?
It is a raccoon.
Okay, nice.
Oh my God.
Awesome. That's adorable.
As you make your way down to the church, again, people you pass on the street, they give you friendly hellos, but you notice that not a lot of them stay and chat. Not all of them stop and offer their fellow good mornings and salutations. It's just more a friendly nod and wave, and I'm sure you appreciate that all the same.
Yeah, I think Clue doesn't necessarily love his position here in town, but he respects that people. I think he's a product of his own circumstance, and he appreciates the respect that is given to him, even though he doesn't deserve it.
As you make your way to the church, we are going to zoom out a little bit when we are going to start on the outskirts of Tillville, and we're going to cut in to 2 traveling companions on their way into the city. One of them appears to be a halfling of sorts, very tubby, very short, and you can tell that they spend most of their time in the sun. Bright red hair, no facial hair, but very thick eyebrows and very thick sideburns. And traveling with him is what looks to be young-looking half-elf of some sort. And Michael, can you describe your character?
Amazing. My character is a 16-year-old half-elf. He is 5'5", slender. He's got blue eyes. He's got brownish blonde hair, also tanned like this little halfling fellow that is with me. His name is Dillon Buckley, and he is born and raised from a small town. I don't know how close we are to it, but from Grainbellow. His father is a wheat farmer, and he's known wheat farming all his life. I do have 2 short swords, but I'm actually going to make them shovels.
Love it.
So I have 2 shovels in a sort of X on my back that I'm wearing at the time. But he is now here in Tillville seeking adventure. And yeah, who is this gentleman next to me, Chris?
We will introduce him.
I'm so excited.
As we cut back in, you see that the short, tubby halfling turns to you and says, "Well, that's my life story. You see, like I said, I own a sheep farm a few days from here. But you said you're from Grainbellow, as it were?
Grainbellow. Yeah, I'm from Grainbellow.
I think I heard it. A few days ride from here, is it not?
You know, we've been talking for about an hour and a half, but I never got your name.
Oh, heavens to Betsy, I didn't say my name.
No.
You know, I do that sometimes. I
okay.
sometimes let you know the names of my sheep before I let you know my own name, because they obviously come first.
Yeah, I heard about Teddy, I heard about Timmy, I heard about Tolly. I don't know why they're all with T's, but...
Oh, I really got into it, didn't I?
You sure did,
If I mentioned Tammy.
I'm so sorry about Tammy.
Well, you know, that's the sheep's life, but I mean...
That's how it goes. I know. We got into it. I live on a farm too, so you know.
Yeah.
And what's your name again?
Well, my name is Flynnhorn.
Flynnhorn. It's so lovely to meet you.
You as well. Now what brings you to Tillville, young man?
Well, actually, I am. I'm here looking for a library. I heard that there's a big one here that I might be able to visit. I'm trying to learn more about the Feywild. Do you know anything about the Feywild?
I'm not one for reading, as it were.
Okay.
But I'm sure if you head to the Burnt Tongue, it's a great spot in town.
I might be able to ask some questions there.
Yeah.
Talk to some folks.
A lot of visitors come to the Burnt Tongue.
Okay.
I mean, once you've had some of Ma's soup, you're not gonna wanna leave.
I am starving, so that does sound lovely. Flynnhorn, thank you so much. It's been an experience. A nice hour and a half walk with you. Thank you.
You know what? That's so weird. Every time I talk with someone, they always say the same thing, an experience. I hope that's a good thing.
It's a thing, for sure. Flynnhorn, thank you. I'm going to run in. I'm going to go, but definitely sending my regards for all the sheep. Stay safe out there, and all the best.
All the best to you too, young man. And hey, if you're gonna stay a little while, make sure you check out the Principello tournament that's happening later on today.
Wow, that sounds amazing. What's that about?
Why, it's a competition between all of the farms nearby, and whoever wins is crowned the Principello and wins a nice prize. And basically, they have high esteem for the year. So I'm really hoping that I get some of my sheep famous in Hallow, as it were.
Oh my goodness. That's today?
It's today.
Are you going there?
Why do you think I'm here?
Oh.
I really didn't mention a lot on the hour and a half that we spent talking, did we?
You didn't mention that.
I did not. Well, I got so caught up in my sheep, you know?
Oh, amazing. Amazing. Well, are you headed to the Burnt Tongue anyway?
You always got to stop into the Burnt Tongue to see Ma.
Okay, well, we might as well just walk there together. That does make sense.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, perfect.
I can tell you more about Theodore.
That sounds lovely.
Now, believe it or not, Theodore's also a sheep.
Really? I wouldn't have guessed.
Really?
No.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yes.
Oh, I can never tell.
God, I love Flynn.
Oh my goodness, Flynnhorn is the best. I love him so much.
As we zoom out, again, from this conversation, we are going to cut to a different outskirts of town, maybe on the other end of the city, probably closer to the main square. But again, still in the farmlands, and you see a traveling wagon approaching the city. Again, with two people on it. Maggie, would you like to describe your character?
Sure. She's just a little satyr.
Little satyr.
Got like some scraggly, like brownish, like greenish hair. Pretty pale with like little brown tufts of fur, hoofs popping out like underneath. Kind of just like traveling robes. She's got some little armbands. You can see like these little glass round globule kind of things on top of them. Kind of keeping them hidden under a cloak. But yeah, just is she on the wagon?
She is on the wagon.
Okay.
Yes. And what is the name of your character?
My name is Minorda, but you can just call me Minx.
Minx. Love it.
Love it.
Now, with Minx, as usual, her trusted companion, you see a tall, lanky, statured figure, but very skinny. Doesn't seem like he eats as much as he should for someone his size. Tattered leather armor, dirty traveling cloak, and you see lots of pockets and things dangling off his apparel. Probably it looks like he carries a lot of what he owns with him at all times. And of course, this is your friend Dax.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one kind of steering the wagon as you're kind of sitting beside, dangling your hoofs off the side. And he says, if we pass another farm, Minx, I swear, I'm going to turn this thing around and we're going to go right back to the capital.
I think they're nice. Most of the people are pretty accommodating.
Yeah, too accommodating. I mean, what is the smell? Like, why do I smell fresh air?
It's nature. We can enjoy it, and we can also leave it eventually. But we're just here for a little bit. We're just popping it. We got one.
I swear, if this is another dead end, I'm never leaving Clangeddon's base again.
Oh my god.
Clangeddon's base, as you know, Minx, is the capital of Hallow, where the king of Hallow lives. But you see, Dax says, now, my contact said it's one of these farms just right outside the city.
That's so unspecific. Did he give any other information?
I don't know. We've been traveling for 2 weeks. I probably lost a lot of what he said. I'm a little lightheaded. I haven't been eating a lot.
All right.
But hopefully this thing makes us rich, and pretty soon they will know our names as the creators of a new form of magic.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Those are big dreams, and I support them full-heartedly. Gotta keep it real, though. We have to find which farm out of these dozens, hundreds.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's a lot of farms here, isn't there?
Yeah. Was there any sort of descriptor? Anything else that we got from
they did mention crop circles.
Circles. Yeah. Great.
You know what, Maggie? Why don't I get you to roll a perception check?
First roll of the campaign.
For context, I am not perceptive in any way as a character.
That's fine.
Let's go. What is it?
That's a 4. So that means a 1.
Nice.
Hey!
We got a first 1.
Yeah, let's
first
do
roll
it.
of
Amazing.
As you look around, you see, just like
what do I see? Yeah,
just like Dax describes, a lot of farm and no crop circles, as it were. I don't think you've ever seen a crop circle in your life, Minx. So when he says that, you don't know what you're looking for.
I'm just looking potentially, it's a lot of green. Maybe I'm gonna see something that isn't green and go for that. And she just sees green for the next 20 minutes of riding.
That's why I brought you, Minx.
Oh god, yeah.
You and your perceptive eyes.
If anything, I'm just gonna. Are there people to in and out of the town at all, along the same road as us?
So you are coming from the capital, so the direct road to Tillville. So you're gonna you're passing by a lot of people going to and fro.
If there's anyone coming opposite us, I'm just gonna kind of try to wave down their cart or their donkey, whatever they're on.
Yeah, you see a halfling going the other way, riding a donkey.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, are they halfling? How tall are they?
Well, they're pretty much at eye level with you because they're riding their donkey, but they are still very small.
Great. I'm gonna just kind of hop off the cart. I stand 6 foot tall, and so I'm just gonna try to
Wow, you're big.
Yeah. Hi. My name is Minx, and I put out a hand. I'm like, hi. I'm just wondering. What's your name?
My name's Thimble.
Thimble. Oh my goodness, Thimble.
Yeah.
You seem so pepped. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Tillville.
Thank you so much. That's the 5th time we've heard that just on this road alone.
You hear it back in the cart. Dax goes, it's actually around the 8th.
I was just wondering, have you heard anything from any locals about a crop circle potentially? We're just we're looking, we're new to town, just passing through, heard a crazy rumor.
You must be thinking of Herschel's.
Herschel's? Probably, yeah, just slipped our mind. Could you point me in the direction of where Herschel's might be? I'm just getting lost between all these fields.
Yeah, it's actually back where you once came, maybe a 5-minute ride back where you once were. And you hear Dax go, son of Morden, come on.
Perfect. So just 5 minutes back, notice any distinctive qualities for Herschel's? They're just
It's a corn farm.
Great corn. That's true. Corn. I didn't think about corn. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Thimble. You've been so great. And I just kind of like grab his little hands and I just like nod and shake him.
Shake this entire body.
The whole halfway. Thank you.
Give me a charisma check.
Okay. Ooh, this is the opposite.
That's a nat one.
That's a nat one.
Yeah.
And I have a +5, but it's a nat one.
Maggie started strong.
Minx, you grab this little halfling with both hands. You're a 6-foot satyr. And as you shake, he immediately falls off the donkey and lands right at your feet. And he looks up at you, terrified.
I am so sorry. I just step away.
If you don't like corn, that's fine. But you just asked where the crop circles were.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. I just scurry back onto the cart. And I'm like, okay, go, Dax. Go.
Oh, man, it's going to take me another 5 minutes to get back on Betsy. You scurry back up onto the cart
like
and you see
3-point turn a cart backwards.
Yeah, you see Dax kind of chuck and goes, nice.
Oh, yeah, shut up.
And you make your way back 5 minutes back where you once came to see if you can spot a cornfield. Doesn't take long. And you find yourself presumably at the place. And you see 3 humans standing around and it appears like they're almost looking for something or someone.
I turn to Dax and I'm like, I don't think they're Herschel.
Do we know what Herschel looks like?
That's true. I didn't ask.
I mean, we didn't know where we were going.
God.
And I don't want to ask that halfling again.
No, he's gone. He's gone. I'll go up to the group of 3.
Yeah.
All humans?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
They appear to be.
Do any of them look less intimidating than the others?
Give me a perception.
15 minus 3, 12.
Minus 3?
I am not good at this.
Me too.
You see they all look fairly similar. If anything, they look a little annoyed, like almost impatient.
Hi. Hello.
You see all 3 of them kind of turn to look at you.
Yeah.
Hi. Are you here for the stones?
I could be.
You're the ones from the capital, right?
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah. Come on. We're gonna.
Are you Herschel? Are one of you Herschel?
Yeah, I'm Herschel. You see one of them kind of holds his hand up.
Hi, Herschel. It's nice to meet you.
You as well.
My name is Minx.
Minx.
It's very nice to meet you.
You are, and you see Dax kind of go, Kevin.
Oh, that's Kevin.
Right, Minx and Kevin. Right this way. We'll show you what we found.
Great.
As we cut away from them, we are going to go back to Clue, closely followed by this little furry companion. Clue, you eventually make your way to the Church of Cord. Now, Cord, being one of the neutral gods in the formation of Hallow, values strength above all else and values power, and something that you've, in your time, have hopefully valued in yourself.
Smells like sweat in here.
It's funny you say that because as you enter the Church of Cord, it is not like a church you've ever seen before. It's almost like, instead of a temple, it's a gym where you see shelves upon shelves of weapons. Armor is hung up on the walls. You see there's mats. And you also see that in the corner of the temple, surrounded by candles, is a statue of Cord, this Olympian-looking figure, bare-chested, not wearing any armor, wielding this massive great sword, similar to one that you have on your back, full-length hair, beard, and you see him almost in a battle cry as he's almost looks like he posed majestically for this statue that is in the temple.
Clue, when he enters the church, he takes the great sword off of his back, leans it against the wall at the front entrance, and then picks up an identical one that's already on the inside. Is my indoor sword.
Nice. He's got an indoor and an outdoor sword.
Great sword, yeah.
It's like putting on your slippers when you get into a house, but
he
instead
puts it back on his back.
Very nice. Are you just waiting patiently? What are you doing?
I think I go to the middle of the room, and I have a letter from
Master Peric.
Yeah, Peric. Peric.
You hear very quiet shuffling coming from a room separate to the main one, and you see the door open, and you hear, "You're late."
You sent me a letter just saying, "Come." I came. All right.
You're late because if you'd been on time, I wouldn't have had to send a letter.
You know, I wake up at 11. I'm here and it's 10. That shows initiative.
This conversation that you're having is with a quite tall dwarf in terms of dwarf size, but a rather old dwarf. You see that they have a long white beard, and even though they're tall, they are leaning over right now, being supported by a staff. You also see that they have a chunk of their nose missing and scars on their face, evident sign of battle. This is Peric the Dragon, your mentor in the Church of Cord. I would say you know what? Give me a history check, Clue.
Okay. First roll of campaign. That's a 4 minus 2. Is a 2.
Nice. You don't know a lot about Peric the Dragon. Mainly, you haven't paid much attention to when he tells you.
All I know is that he's stronger than me, and I hate it.
Mm-hmm. What you have picked up on is that the name Peric the Dragon came from his time back in the day when he was a remarkable fighter, when he used to be a fire breather. So take oil in his mouth and breathe fire to intimidate his enemies before battle. And hence it's kind of fucked up his voice a little bit. Now, shall we get started?
I thought you'd never ask.
Well, I did ask, but you weren't here. Hence I sent the letter. I kind of talked to you in an empty room.
Peric, what do you do when I'm not here?
I clean.
Yeah, we live the same life. I'm ready.
Well, let's see if we fight the same fight. And he tosses you a practice stick.
I grab the practice stick and I assume kind of a battle stance.
Very well. Let's see what you got. Give me a athletics check. I'm gonna roll the same.
Let's go, old man.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's a 24.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. You see
Nice.
that Peric, in his old age, is very technical, but your pure strength quickly overpowers him, and you knock his practice stick out of the way, and he stumbles and falls onto his back. And he says, "Good thing I cleaned the floor." Again. Give me another athletics check.
It's 25.
That's a 3 for me.
You're gonna kill this old man.
Luckily, it's practice stick.
Yeah.
I'm not breathing with it.
Holy.
Again, you back and forth, but again, you're almost toying with him. Like, you've done this like day after day after day. At this point, you've kind of know his skills, his what he likes to do, his hidden tricks, and you quickly kind of
Hey, old man, if you're going to put up this little of a fight, you probably should have just come to my house. The beating would have been quicker.
Clue. You've learned a lot in the time since you've joined the Church of Cord, but you are still just a hand, and I am a mouth, so there is still much I need to teach you before you can progress up the rankings. Of course, what he's referring to is the rankings in the Church of Cord.
Yep.
As fighters and adventurers gain more and more power and renounce abilities throughout Hallow, they progress. So you start as a lowly hand, and you make your way through to arm, shield, sword, until eventually you get to the eye. And as you very well know, Clue, there's only one eye in the Church of Cord, the leader of the church, and the rumor is that the eye has direct contact with Cord himself. Of course, no one has confirmed this, but also, as you know, Peric is now a mouth of Cord, almost given to the retired members who are maybe a little too old, too frail to fight, who now act as
Passers on of knowledge.
Exactly, as mentors, as it were. You are definitely strong, but if you are so determined to prove yourself, why do you sleep in till 9? Why do you still live at home with your parents?
Peric, you know damn well my parents live with me.
I'm not sure that's much better, my young friend.
I didn't ask for this, Peric. You know that. I came to you looking for guidance because I had none.
Guidance you might not have had, but perhaps we can still teach you some as of yet. On guard! And he goes again. We're not going to roll again.
Nice.
Again, we are going to cut back to Dillon as he makes his way into the main part of Tillville.
Am I still talking to the...
Oh, of course you're talking to Flinthorn. Yeah. Again, I'm excited. I've entered into the Prince of Pelor tournament. I can't wait to...
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely. I wonder if my dad knows about it because he's a wheat farmer and...
Oh, your dad's a wheat farmer. I love
Yeah.
wheat farmers.
Yeah.
You know, I do a lot of business with them.
Do you know the town of Grainbellow?
Yeah.
You know Grainbellow?
Yeah, we mentioned it.
Do you know Gregory Buckley?
Oh, that's your dad?
That's my dad.
You know, I don't get out of my town too often, except when I come here to Tillville to do some sheep selling.
Oh, okay.
But
I see. Well, he's a lovely guy.
yeah. And what about your mother? What does she do?
Well, that's kind of why I'm out here. I really don't know too much about her. She's an elf.
Oh my!
She came from the Feywild.
That explains the pointy stuff on your ears.
The half of it that I got. Yeah. Yeah. I look a little mixed, don't I?
Well, we all look a little funny in the sun every once in a while, you know.
Yes, I totally understand. So my mom is an elf. I'm trying to find some more information about the Fae. She left when she was
the library.
It's the library.
I see.
Yeah.
You know, we really should have gotten into this prior to getting here.
We just really talked about sheep.
We
the
really
whole
talked
time.
about sheep. Well, listen. Perhaps Ma will know where to direct you to the library. Perhaps she may even know where you can find information without having to go to the library. Reading's very tedious, I find.
Yes. I mean, did you say Ma?
Ma, yeah, she's the owner of the Burnt Tongue.
Of the Burnt Tongue.
Where we're heading.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's like things are working out real well for us right now.
It's like they
isn't it?
might have been slightly scripted.
Oh, well, let's not say that.
But yes, my mother is an elf. She left when I was 4.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to find out how to get to the Fae. I want to
Reminds me of Tammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May she rest in peace.
Oh, she's not dead.
Oh, she's not?
No, we just couldn't find her.
Oh.
We lost her. Like,
I
we
feel-
lost her. Oh, she's going to come back. Tammy always comes back.
I feel like even though we talked for an hour and a half, I still don't understand a
You know
single
what? I feel
thing
like we
that-
went in a lot of circles.
I think so. Are we walking in a circle?
No, we're here. We've been stopped.
Are we at the Burnt Tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
You see, caught up in your conversation, you are standing in like the town square.
Amazing.
The busiest part of Tillville.
Yes.
You see there's a lot of vendors set up, a lot of coming and going, a lot of foot traffic. Animals being led by farmers passing to and fro, people yelling, "Oh, it's 5 for strawberries, 5 for strawberries," things like that. And you also see around set up is little shops and bars. And in the center is a nice fountain. You see children and small halflings playing in it. And in the center of the fountain is a statue of Pelor, this kind-faced looking individual, long beard again, nice clean robes, and you see him holding a staff with a sun emblem on the top. And you see Flinthorn kind of looks up at the statue and says, "Oh, bless him. He's just so cool, isn't he?"
Bless Pelor. Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, who doesn't?
He's so fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, without him, we'd kind of be boned with all the farm stuff, wouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. I would probably have lost a lot of sheep without Pelor. Shall we go in and get some grub?
I would love to, yes.
Of course.
Awesome.
You make your way into the Burnt Tongue, Flinthorn leading the way. And as you walk in, the smell and like the smoke immediately envelop you. But again, it's not a bad smoke. It's just very hazy, and it's a lot of smells. It's a lot of smells of pipe, like tobacco, things like that. A lot of people smoking in here, but also... oh, bless your heart.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Did someone close the chimney? Is there a chimney here?
I'm starting to think you're a little too young to go to the Burnt Tongue. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll be your adult supervisor.
Oh, I could be your sheep?
Oh,
That's weird.
that's a little weird.
I'll pull it back.
That's okay.
I'm just excited.
Your name doesn't start with a T. It's fine.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. But yeah, as you approach, you see behind the bar is this large, kind-looking woman kind of serving drinks and yelling out to other patrons like, "Oh, what are you having? Oh, yeah," things like that. And as you approach the bar, she looks down at you and says, "Well, hi there, sweetheart. What can I get you?"
Are you Ma?
I'm Ma. Well, my name is Helen, but everyone calls me Ma because I take care of everyone that comes into my
Helen, that's a
restaurant.
lovely name.
Oh, thank you.
How are you doing today?
You know what? No one's really asked me for a while.
No?
Well, I'm doing good. I love what I do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, how old are you?
16? I can be here. I'm just not going to partake in the alcohol.
Well, you're obviously not going to partake in the alcohol.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Can I partake in the alcohol? I've never had anything to drink before.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
What's the drinking age here?
That is a 2 on my first roll and an 11. So that persuasion, I have -1. So that is a 1.
Wow.
Starting off with a 1.
We started strong.
Everyone rolled so well to start.
A 1, and a 2.
Everything except for fighting. We rolled 1s and 2s.
Yeah. Ma looks at you and thinks you're even lying about how old you are at this time. And being of half-elf complexion, you look very fair skin.
Yeah.
Says, "Now, how old are you really, sweetheart?
No,
Because
no,
if you're 12, you really can't be in here."
No, I'm really 16. I promise. I swear.
Okay, well,
I swear to
you
Pelor.
can stay.
Yes.
But if you want to drink, maybe come back in a couple years.
Okay, I will. Do you have any orange juice?
Yeah, I think we can find some orange juice in the back.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah. Flinthorn, the usual. You see Flinthorn go, "Yes, you know me so well, Ma. Some mutton soup."
Nice.
Oh my god.
Mutton soup.
You see Ma go, "I'll be right back with your things."
Beautiful. And I guess I turn to Flinthorn and I just ask him to tell me a little bit more about all the sheep in his life.
Oh, you know what? I did forget to mention one of my sheep.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, it is a long story, but I'm going to tell you about Tammy too.
There's a second one.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness.
And we're going to cut away for a bit.
They're twins.
Oh my god.
We're going to cut to Minx and Dax. You see these 3 farmers, one of them being Herschel, leading you to the other side of their farm. And you can see from where you're standing, there are markings in the field. And you can see Herschel points to them and says, "That's where we found the stones. I mean, it's obviously a sign from Moradin, is it not? I mean, they fell from the sky. Of course, they must be a source of magic."
Yeah, no, that makes I kind of like turn around looking. Did Dax come with us?
Yeah,
Did he stay? Okay,
yeah.
cool. I'm just like nodding and I'm like basically like giving him eyes like, this is, be nice. Yeah. And I'm just gonna start walking, be like, "Herschel, where did you find the rock? Like, where did they fall specifically? It was just in this space over here."
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, they fell in this pattern. Like, me and my friends, we collected these and brought them over to this pile over here. And as he points, you can see that there is a pile of these dark-looking stones just off to the side. And you see, he says, "Now, as I'm sure you and your friend know, we're not going to give these away."
Yeah.
I mean, they did destroy part of my corn property. And being a farmer, I have no use for magic. But again, it's not going to come cheap. I believe that the price is 200 gold.
Okay. That's a lot. That's good to know. May I look at the rocks? May I? Can you
give me a
yes.
persuasion check.
Great.
Nice.
I'm like trying to get that's a natural 20 plus 5.
First nat 20.
Wait, no, what is it?
Very
Persuasion? Plus 7, 27.
27.
Wow.
Very nice. And you know what that means? The first nat 20, that means that we have our first morale card.
That's right.
Now, Maggie, how this is going to work is you are going to get a random card from a deck, and we're going to keep it face down. And how this is going to work is whenever you roll an ability check, you can use this card whenever. Now, you can't use it for attacks or saving throws or anything like that. It's only for any time you need an ability check and you want to add something to your score. You can do it after you roll, but before knowing the result. Okay?
Great.
You can only have one of these morale cards at a time. But if you roll a nat 1 before using your morale card, you lose it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. I'm going to give you a card. Keep it face down.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So you got a nat 20 on your perception or persuasion.
Persuasion.
Perfect. You see Herschel goes, yeah, I don't see the problem with that.
Okay, great.
You're clearly a magic user. So obviously you would know the how valuable this new resource can be.
Yeah. And I just want to, for my own sake, I'm not saying that as somebody that knows magic stuff, I would just love to assess it a little further before making, it's a big investment.
It is.
All.
200 gold is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But think of how much you can make with this new resource in your possession.
How much do I trust Herschel?
Give me insight.
Is he ripping me off? That's a 1 - 1. Just
Wow.
nothing but highs and lows.
Oh my goodness.
So that's
He
also
is-
I lose the morale card immediately.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
And that's the last time we're ever going to get him out. From this point on, no one's going to roll a nat 20.
Yep. Yep.
You
We had a whole intro for it.
Okay, now we understand.
Now we
Yeah, we get
understand.
it.
I love
The
it.
full mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
As you look into Herschel's face, you have no clue what to trust him or not. He could be swindling you. He could be completely underselling what he has and has no idea how valuable this could be.
Incredible. I'm just gonna look at the rocks. And basically try to say, yeah, is it something that seems familiar? Does it is there a way that can I do like either some sort of check basically to see if I would be able to use this as a focus?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Why don't you give me an Arcana check to see what kind of magic properties these things might possess?
Oh my gosh.
No.
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 Is it a nat 1?
It's another nat 1.
Oh
I
my
changed dice. I
goodness.
change dice every time.
You've
This
rolled
is-
like a
I've rolled
4-1-1. Incredible.
Wow.
Wow, what a way to
Minx is
start
just
it.
not having a good day understanding anything, apparently. Just an off time.
hmm
So what do I think of these rocks?
Yeah. So you pick up these rocks and
Mhm.
you and Dax have been traveling on the road for a long time. It's been a couple weeks on the road
Yeah.
from the capital. You're tired. You get this funny feeling like there's almost like fumes coming from these rocks, and it's kind of altering your senses a little bit where you get slightly phased out and you think these are the most magical rocks you've ever seen.
I ask Herschel, I'm like, okay, is it okay if I go talk to my friend really quick about this?
You see Dax give you a thumbs up. Kevin,
Kevin.
your friend Kevin.
My friend Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Herschel goes, yeah, that's fine as long as you are happy with the property.
Oh yeah, it looks incredible.
It's something, isn't it?
Absolutely incredible. Yeah. And I scurry away to Kevin.
You see Dax kind of go, you think they bought it? Like, you think they know my name's not Kevin?
Yeah, I think you played it so cool, man.
Yeah.
So cool. It just, So, Kevin, that's your first choice though, really? Yeah, Kevin, you like Kevin? You can pick anything. I'm just
Look, Minx, what'd you find? What'd you find? Okay.
So I think this could be it.
Really?
I think this could be it.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
you think so?
I don't know, but they're asking like 200 gold for it, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not made of money. I'm not made of gold over here.
No. Why do you think we went
And
all this
so-
way to farmland? You think I'm made of money?
Yeah,
This could
and
be our
so-
big break, Minx.
I don't know. Like, do we pull a deal? Do we just? I mean, we could front the money, but if I come back and I bring back like a bunch of stuff, and maybe if this is a bust, this is a failure, then what? Then what do we do? I have nothing.
Look, I trust you. Okay, this can't be a failure. Like you said that these rocks are magical, that they be a source of magic. Like, why else did I bring you? I mean, you literally have
I know
element
I
orbs
know.
on you.
I know.
And
we're going to cut away from just a little bit to kind of explain element orbs and another homebrew mechanic of this campaign.
Nice.
So, like we previously established, Hallow is a former shell of what it once was, where magic still exists. There are spellcasters, but it's not as easy to perform safely anymore. The gods, when they first created the world and combined all these elements, they were kind of almost the conductors. So when they're all walking among the citizens, magic was being able to be performed freely, easily, safely, things like that. But with the gods' vanishment, it's a little harder to absorb the elements in the world and use them to create spells to your fancy. So that's why there are these element orbs. And Minx, you described that you have a couple of them already situated on yourself. As you are a spellcaster, you are. I don't think we even said this. You are a.
I'm a sorcerer.
You're a sorcerer, yeah. So you cast spells all the time. But like I said, a lot of spellcasters need tools to perform magic safely. So you have these element orbs on you. Now they aren't unlimited, so that's why you have a couple on you. So if you perform a spell, you're using the energy from a certain one, and then that one will drain, and you have to go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So hence why you and Dax are on this journey, is to see if you can find other sources of magic. If you can get into the business of finding a new tool or a new commodity, like, you guys could be rich.
Yep. Could be rich, but also could provide better magic economy for all, which would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Make it accessible.
That'd be great. I wouldn't have to pretend like I'm Kevin. I could just be Dax. I could be Dax the Magic Man.
Yeah.
Look, how much gold do you have on you right now?
I got enough for it, but I'm gonna ask Herschel if I can purchase a little bit, and then maybe we can come back tomorrow, and I can test it. We can try testing it. I can try casting through it and see how it goes.
Right.
Because then if I mess up and I hurt myself, I'm going to feel a lot better about that than if I go and start giving this to other people.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, yeah, let's try that.
Is that okay? Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I trust you, Minx.
Herschel.
Yes.
Hi. So how many people have you told about this?
See, here's the problem. I got a couple sellers. I mean, you guys are the first ones to show up. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buyers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
You guys are the first ones to show up. I mean,
okay.
I don't know what it is about my farm that makes it hard to find. I mean, I expected a lot of people to show up, but no one's here.
It's true. Like, corn, who would miss it? So here's the thing. We're going to stay in town maybe tonight. We've been on the road for a while. I would like to purchase a portion of it, though, for now, so I can just look at it a little further tonight. Would that be okay? Are you trying to sell it as a bundle package deal?
It's kind of a bundle, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, here's the thing. You take one of these, who knows if you can replicate it, right? Like, all you need is one. I kind of need the package deal.
Haggling. How do I
I'm sorry.
this different?
I'm sorry. Are you saying
Is there,
haggling?
a discount code?
You see Dax slam his head against the cart. Oh, God. I have to go by Kevin forever.
Okay. How about this? This is really exciting for me.
It's exciting for all of us. It could be the change of a new world.
How about... Okay, I'm going to sleep on it then. Is that okay? Somebody else might come, and that might be a missed opportunity, and I might regret it the rest of my life. But Herschel, I trust you.
Give me a persuasion check.
I don't trust any of these stupid plastic dice.
Trust him.
So that's a 14 total.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay.
You see Herschel kind of shift a little bit, and he says, look, I'll tell you what, I don't want to sit on these for a while. I mean, if people find out how valuable these
Sunrise
rocks can
tomorrow, I promise.
Here's the thing. Here's what I can do. 150 gold, full set right now.
Deal. I take it. I'll buy them.
Nice.
Stupid.
Nice.
I got a nat one on knowing what they are, so I'll buy them. Yeah. Deal. And I go out and offer him my hand. He's a human?
He's a human. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I try to look him in the eye, and I'm just like, if we truly find a new way to harness magic through this, Herschel, it'll be one for the history books. And your name will be in it.
It will?
Herschel, the corn farmer. Yes.
Wow. I have a last name, but
what's
the corn
your
farmer's
last
cool.
name?
You know what? Herschel the corn farmer. I like it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's got a ring to it.
It does, doesn't it?
Part of history.
Me and my associates will load it into the back of your cart for you.
Thank you so much.
In the meantime, I mean, feel free to explore the town. Tillville's a great place.
Yeah, is there anywhere you'd recommend? Like, have you been here? I'm assuming you've been here for a long time. You have.
I mean, I do live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could check out the market. I know they're having a big tournament today.
Okay.
Prince of Pelor.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it fun? Is it worth seeing?
If you like farms, you're gonna love the Prince of Pelor. You see.
Well, I know Kevin loves farms.
Yeah, Kevin loves farms.
So we're gonna go, Kevin, aren't we?
Nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm. And we just start loading up rocks.
Lovely. You see Herschel and his two associates begin loading these rocks onto the back of your cart, and you see Dax kind of go, so 150 gold's not bad, right?
Yeah. I again, if it could, this could be it.
This could be it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it home. We're gonna bring it home, and we're gonna see what we can do with it.
Yeah.
And
Fantastic. Look, I don't have 150 gold. I have 50.
That's okay. I've been saving something, so I can spot some stuff for now.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. We'll figure stuff out.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna make it all back, right?
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
No,
these
no,
rocks are magical.
easy,
Like they're a
easy.
lifesaver.
Easy. Oh, Minx is just shaking a little bit.
Well, yeah, your hooves are quaking.
No, it's just a lot of money to pull out of a pocket really quickly. That's all.
I know, but Minx, you gotta think about it's an investment, right? You gotta
Investment.
spend some money to
Long-term.
make money.
That's how business
You
works.
gotta buy rocks to be rock stars.
Oh, that's true.
I
That's what
came
we
up with
always
that on
say.
the way here.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess we can go into town, check it out.
I mean, we gotta sleep somewhere. It's been weeks on the road.
Yeah, it's been weeks. All the rocks are loaded up. You see Herschel
Mm-hmm.
kind of go, thanks a lot. You're not going to regret it. Again, Herschel the corn farmer.
Herschel the corn farmer.
And you begin to make your way into Tillville. And with that, we are going to cut back. We're going to go all the way. We're going to go back and forth. We're going to go back to Clue. You see you see Master Perrick on the ground again, presumably having just been beaten down. And he says, I think that's enough for today.
All right. What should I... This is earlier than usual, Perrick. What should I do?
Okay, I get it. I'm not as young as I used to be, okay?
No, that was nothing against you. Listen, I appreciate it. You're like kind of like a friend, I guess. I don't know. I'll go. There's that tournament going on, I think.
Yes, the Prince of Pelor.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah. Pelor, do you have anything against Cord? Like, is there any like moral duty to not go?
I think they were on speaking terms.
Speaking terms.
Yeah, I think they're okay.
I can do that. I can be on speaking terms.
Speaking is sometimes hard for me.
Yeah, could have fooled me.
Again, I love the sarcasm.
All right. Clue takes off his indoor sword and puts on his outdoor sword, and he heads out into the market, bidding Perrick a goodbye for now.
As you leave the church, you hear from behind. You hear Perrick go, "Remember, Clue, you're getting there, but you're not quite there yet. You have the strength, but you don't have the drive.
That's all I'm looking for.
Same time tomorrow.
All right. Bye, Perrick."
Goodbye, Clue.
We're both. I walk away with like tears welling up in my eyes. It's the best interaction I've had in a while.
As you kind of leave the church, you hear from behind you. You hear,
Grub. Do you wanna stay or do you wanna come with? All right. Whatever.
Yeah. So what do? You presumably have nothing to do today.
I think
Clue.
I think Clue is just gonna wander through the town, looking kind of. He doesn't want to look too self-important. He wants to look kind of unassuming, but he wants to look like a person. He wants to look like he has purpose.
Fantastic. As you make your way through the town, you get a sense that maybe Master Perrick's right. Maybe like you don't have any drive like you are stuck in this town, right? Like, how does that make you feel?
Listen, nothing matters anymore. That's... You see, you get it, Grub. You get it. For you, it's just food, sleep, whatever the fuck you're talking about now. Those three things. It's the same for me, too. Yeah, get on my back. Come on. Wow, okay. The weird reaction, but yeah, come on.
Launches himself on your back and kind of stands on your head like and you kind of look like you're wearing like a Davy Crockett kind of hat. And is just parading yourself through the town.
Yeah, I think as Clue walks through the town, he's fairly well known by everybody. He's not a deadbeat. He's not. But he's not a guy who has anything to do.
As you're kind of going through this internal midlife crisis, as it were, you're not looking where you're going, and you feel like a bump at the side of at your waist, and you've run into something, and you see you've run into a smaller looking figure, hunched over with a very thick traveling cloak that kind of covers most of their appearance, and you hear from beneath the cloak, you hear, "Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I'm looking for the market. I'm looking for a place called the Burnt Tongue. Would you happen to know where that is?"
Yeah, citizen. The Burnt Tongue is just 2 streets that way. You hit an intersection. There's a statue of Minorda. You're going to want to take a right. And then from there, there's going to be a big sign. You can't miss it. It's a big tongue. Blackened.
Well, that was very helpful. Thank you kindly, sir. Blessings to you.
Yeah, you too.
And you see this small cloaked figure, joined by 2 other companions who didn't say anything, begin making their way to the town square. With that, we are going to cut back to the underage bar attendee, Dillon Buckley, and who's sitting at the bar. And you see Ma finally brings over a glass of orange juice and some mutton stew for your farmer friend. Now, sweetie, here you go. Can I get you anything else?
No, this looks amazing. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Did you make this yourself?
I mean, the oranges grow on trees, but squeezed.
No, I had the soup. I just tried the soup.
that was meant for Flinthorn.
Oh, I'll get a soup. Let's get one more soup for me too.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're not going to tell Flinthorn that you had some of his soup.
No, we'll just order 2 soups. Okay, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's a busy time at the bar. I probably didn't hear you.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Anyways, what brings you to town?
Well, I'm looking for the library. I've come here to learn more about the Feywild. But also, my father did say that someone here might know my mother. I haven't seen her for a very long time.
Don't say.
Yes, she's an elf, and her name is Kinala Silentstar.
Feywild. I'm going to roll a history check.
Okay, perfect.
For Ma.
I'm slurping the soup as I...
2. Kinala doesn't ring a bell, but,
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you mentioned Fey?
The
I
Fey.
mean, we have lots of people coming here. It's a famous bar, of course.
There's a bar?
Famous.
Nice.
Oh, it's a famous bar.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the Burnt Tongue. It's known all. I mean, there's not a lot of bars in Tillville, and we do have a local
Okay.
who is an elf.
Oh, that's amazing. What are their names?
Their name?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be Thorol.
Thorol.
Yeah,
Thorol. What's her last name? Or his?
it's a him.
Oh, okay. What's
Yeah.
his last name?
I believe he goes, but you know what? He never mentioned his last name.
Okay,
But
Thorol.
if you want, he's right over there. You can go talk to him.
I turn around and I look over at the figure.
Yeah, you see in the general direction that Ma's pointing, in the corner of the bar, you see someone who's hunched over, very slender, very nice facial features, but almost haggard, like not very well put together. But you can still tell they are an elf. They're wearing clothing that at one time probably looked very regal, but now looks very travel-worn and unkept.
Okay.
And give me a perception check.
Yeah, sweet. That's a 13.
A 13. You can see that the only thing that appears to be somewhat clean and well taken care of is a shiny ring that they're wearing on one of their fingers. And the only reason you see this is because they are pounding back a mug of beer at this time.
Amazing. I think Dillon's just super excited to see another elf. So he hops down, and I think he just is he eating alone?
He's not eating anything. He is
Oh,
just
sorry.
drinking.
Is he drinking alone? Is he alone?
It appears he's drinking alone. Yes.
Okay, sweet. I run up to him. Excuse me, sir.
You see this figure put down the drink and looks over at you, kind of with hazy eyes, and goes, "Hello. How can I help you today?"
Hi. I just wanted to ask a couple of questions. I noticed you're an elf. I just have a few questions that maybe you could. Wow. What are you drinking? It smells.
What am I drinking?
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
I'm not drinking any orange juice, actually.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm drinking orange juice.
Can I join you?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Dillon Buckley, and I'm looking for my mother. And I believe that she went back to the Feywild. And I noticed that you're an elf, and her name is Kinala Silentstar. And I thought that maybe because I saw that you're an elf, you might know that where she might have gone and how to get to the Fey. Sorry, what's your name again? Thorol, right? Thorol. Yes, that's what Ma said.
I don't think I told you my name.
No, yes, Ma told me that you're. So I'm just so excited to see another elf. It's been so long. The last time I saw an elf was when I was 4 years old.
Did you say Kinala?
Kinala, Silentstar. Yeah, that's my mother. Do you know her?
Your mother was Kinala?
Yeah.
You... Dillon?
Yeah, that's me. This is amazing.
You see a moment of realization on his face, and he goes, "Oh my word."
Oh, no.
And just throws up over the side.
Oh, no.
Over the side of the bar, and you see Ma go, Thorol, you did it again. Gosh dang it.
It was my fault. I might have just overwhelmed him a little bit. I'm sorry. I'll pay for his drink.
At the same time, you hear Lindhorn come back from the other side of the bar and say, "Hey, did someone have some of my soup?"
I did. I'm so sorry. I thought we ordered two. So when it came in, I had a
the
bite.
orange juice.
I know. I thought it was with the soup as well. I thought it was a combo.
You know what? It's okay. It's okay. You know what? It's your first time in Tillville. It's on me.
I'm very overwhelmed.
You see Thero go, "Aren't we all?" Oh. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I knew your mother. I knew your mother quite well.
I have so many questions.
And I might have some answers.
Okay.
I would have had more on a better day.
I'm so sorry to bother you.
No, most of my days are usually like this, so it's not like you would have gotten me on a better day.
Do you throw up every day? I would have that checked
It's
out.
a personal question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm allergic to orange juice, as it were.
Really? That's quite odd. I don't think I've ever met anyone that's allergic to orange juice.
Give me insight.
Ooh, that's a 19 plus 19.
Based on the smell of the throw up and the way he's talking and all that, he's not drinking orange juice.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I now understand.
Mhm.
And Dillon winks with him. He gives a big wink. Orange juice.
He doesn't over-exaggerate. You're like, yes, orange juice.
Oh my God.
Now, you say you're looking for Kinala.
Yeah.
My friend, I can't say that I've seen her for years. I mean, not since I told her that they were looking for her.
What? Who?
Why, the people of our homeland. The people of the Fae.
Why were they looking for her?
Well, she needed to go back. She's an important member of the society. Did your mother never tell you how important she was in the Feywild?
I heard stories. I knew she was a warrior, and I knew she fought in the Great Orc Rebellion, but that's about it.
My friend, she was one of the fiercest warriors of our time.
Really?
Why, when we came over to Hallow to fight in the Great Orc Rebellion.
You see Dillon just pulls out like a notebook and he just starts writing as he's like listening, just frivolously writing.
Nice. We were there to change the tide of the battle. Of course, I was part of her squadron, and then once the war was over, it was our responsibility to go back and join the Fae people. But Kinala, she wanted to stay.
Wow.
And of course,
being a devout follower of my captain, I decided to stay with her. And oh no.
Oh, do you need a bucket?
No.
Can we get a bucket?
I'm gonna roll a Constitution check. Not great.
Bucket would be great.
Yes. Okay. He gets up, grabs a bucket from Ma, and then comes back.
You see Ma kind of goes, every single time.
I'm sorry. Grabs the bucket, runs over, puts the bucket next to him, takes out his notebook again, and keeps writing.
I don't remember a lot of our adventures, but I do know she settled down for a little bit away from here in a town not too far. Grain
Bellow. That's where I'm from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I remembered you.
Yeah, it's me, Dillon. Buckley, you remembered you said my name.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
You asked me if I was Dillon.
I did?
Yes. That was before you threw up, though, so I understand if things are a little bit different now.
Yes, of course. Now, Dillon.
Buckley.
I was getting there. Are you looking for a way to get back to the Feywild?
I'd like to see my mom, yeah. The last time I saw her was when I was 4 years old. The only thing that I have that reminds me of her is this little pendant. And I show him my little pendant. It's a golden leaf, and I also flip it around, and there's a little key in here that I just don't know what it opens. So I'm also trying to figure that out. That's kind of all I have left of her.
Why? And you see he lifts up his hand, and you see the ring that he has on has the same leafy pendant.
It is your destiny to return to the Feywild.
I've never been. How can I return?
There are a few who have. Listen.
Listening?
You are?
Yes.
Good job. I'm not normally supposed to do this, but I do have contacts still in the Feywild.
Wow.
And I know how to get you there.
Really?
Of course.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really want to go.
Now, it's not easy, as you know.
Mhm.
I'm sure your mother told you. You cannot go to the Feywild at all times. You have to wait for the perfect moment.
Give me a history check real quick.
Yeah. That is a 12.
A 12?
12. It's okay.
You don't know specifically what your mother might have told you, because you were still young when you still remember her. But you remember hearing stories about the Feywild and about maybe taking you there one day. And you don't remember exactly how to get there, but you do remember her saying that the door and the access to get to the Fae is not always open, and it's only open to those who are from the Fae to keep outsiders out. But maybe one day you might be able to go back with her as a family to kind of show you your roots. But that's all you really remember from your recollection of your time with Kinala.
So Thorol, you can get me to the Fae?
I can't specifically get you there,
Okay.
but I know where you need to go to get there.
Please tell me. I really want to know. This is the closest I've ever been to maybe having a chance to see her again.
Now, here's the uncomfortable part. I can't give this information away for free. You see, I am not allowed back in the Feywild, but I still need to live.
What would you like? How much gold do you need to get me there or to tell me how to...
How much gold do you have?
Well, okay, my dad told me to always cut a little bit off from what I actually have. So, I would say I have 65 golds.
You know what, Dillon?
Yes.
Dillon, I normally give this information for 100 gold.
Oh.
But, the son of Kinala,
Yes.
it's your destiny to
It
go.
is.
It would be a shame if I just didn't give you the information.
Such a shame.
I know.
Can we do a deal?
I think that's plausible.
Okay.
60 gold should do it.
60 gold.
Yes,
Okay, yes, that's perfect. Yeah.
we have a deal.
We have a deal.
Fantastic.
Okay.
You give him 60 gold?
I give him 60 gold.
Perfect. Now, let me write it down.
Okay.
So you don't forget.
Okay, perfect.
Does anyone have a napkin?
I have here, I rip him a piece of paper from my notebook.
Clever.
And I give him my pen. Just eagerly watching him write this down. So excited.
Right.
Closest
You
I've
give
ever been.
him a ballpoint pen.
Sorry, I give him a feather.
A quill.
A quill with some ink.
Lovely. Now. Yes, okay, of course.
You see him kind of like thinking in his head. And after a few bits of scribbling, he holds it up to the light.
This is perfect.
And you see, before he gets back, he kind of wipes his brow a little bit.
No.
Oh no, it's still good. It's still
okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, a little smudgy.
Okay. Okay. I take a look at it.
Give me a perception check
Okay, here we go.
or investigation. Investigation. Give me investigation.
That is a 15.
15. Perfect. He hasn't written any words.
Oh.
He has essentially given you 2 pictures.
Oh.
You see that he has drawn what looks to be the peak of a large mountain.
Okay.
And you also see the other picture is a bunch of dots lined up in a row.
How many dots?
I would say at least 8.
Okay. Can I do a quick little check on this to see if
Yeah, give me
if
an
maybe
insight.
the mountain?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. That is a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
I mean, the only mountain you probably know in existence is Mount Moradin, which is the main mountain in Hallow, where the capital city is. You don't really know any other mountain ranges growing up on the farm.
Okay, I kind of look at him and I'm like, so, Thorol, what does this mean?
You know what, my friend? You'll figure it out. You're destined to go to the Fae.
I understand that we made a deal, and that I was supposed to get some sort of information. But if I can't understand the information, how does that work?
Well, you see at that time, you see the door open to the burnt tongue, and you see 3 figures standing in the doorway, all of smaller stature, all covered with like big, thick traveling cloaks.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear from the doorway,
Sorry to interrupt, but seems like we have an appointment here with some bloke named Thorol.
That's you.
you see Thorol looks at you and says,
Oh, but it is. You're right.
yes, I'm Thorol. And you see the 3 strangers kind of walk up and say,
Now, I believe you are the individual that might have information on how to get to a certain place, and I think you're going to want to tell us.
and you see he removes something from his pocket and flicks it onto the bar. It looks to be some kind of coin, and it kind of rattles and clangs down. And you see Thorol kind of look at it and give me a quick perception check.
Sure. That is going to be 15.
15. You see that while he is still quite inebriated, you see he instantly kind of like becomes alert and like looks down at the coin and then looks at the 3 strangers and the one who did the initial talking and says, yes, of course. I will be happy to provide some information. Perhaps we should do it a little more quietly, a little way out of, and he kind of looks at you and says, listening ears, as it were. Perhaps you can talk to on my farm. It's not too far from here, just outside of the city. And you hear the stranger go,
I think that sounds like a good idea, lad.
Are you guys also trying to get to the Feywild?
You instantly, you don't see it come up to your neck, but you feel the blade of a small dagger resting on your jugular and says,
Now, if I were a smart lad, I would make sure that we keep this between us.
Oh, okay.
Best not to talk about what you don't understand, lad.
Okay, sorry. Okay, and I think Dillon sits back down for the first time, kind of pooping his pants a little bit.
okay. You see Thorol says,
Now, don't panic. You're right. I should tell you what the symbols mean. I will do so when I return. Okay? Perhaps we can also talk about your mother. Right? It's been so long since I've seen her, but I have very fond memories of her.
Okay.
Okay? You stay here. You enjoy your orange juice. Not my orange juice.
Okay.
But you can enjoy your orange juice.
Okay.
It won't be long.
Are you going to be okay?
Lad, I am an elven warrior of the Fae. Of course I'll be okay.
And you'll come back?
I'll come back.
Okay.
So long there. Dillon.
Yes.
Dillon, yes.
Buckley.
Yes.
you see Thorol leave with these 3 strangers. And Ma kind of looks at you and says, "Yeah, you okay? You okay there, kiddo?
Yeah, I'm okay. What was that about? Who were those guys?
Who knows?
Is Thorald with some bad folk? Is he?
At that same time, you hear from outside. You hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Prince of Pelor tournament is about to begin." And you see, your farmer friend, Flinthorn, spill all of his, the new meat that he just got. "Oh, here, Mr. Bitchy. Oh, it's this time already. Now, okay, I'll be right out." And you see a lot of the patrons kind of excitedly get up from their seats and begin making their way outside as the Prince of Pelor tournament is about to begin. And I think that's where we're going to end it for now.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
I
Still
think
haven't met.
We haven't met.
No.
still haven't met.
Crazy.
No. We'll see if you do. It'll be fun if you don't meet for like 20 sessions.
That'd be
The whole time we're just playing
incredible.
3 different
Yeah.
sessions.
Just me and Banks going back and forth.
Oh
This
my
is so fun.
god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, that was awesome. That was
I
a
had
fun little
such
start.
a good time.
Oh my goodness,
There
exciting.
is already so much going on
Yeah.
in the world. It is wild.
It is.
So many rocks.
So many rocks.
I wonder what's going to happen next. I'm excited for the festival.
Me too.
Mhm.
I think we are all going to the same place, ladies and
think so.
gents.
Gonna see a
I think
festival, that's for
so.
sure.
Really excited.
Festivus for the best of us.
Festivus
Oh
for
my
the best of
goodness.
us.
That was a great first episode. I think I honestly cannot wait for the rest of session 2 and the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm loving all these characters.
Now we have to figure out a way to awkwardly end the episode.
It's true. We haven't done it before. So the
This
first
is the
time is
first
going to be
time.
awkward.
Yep.
We
and
never forget our first time.
And it's always going to end with Chris, right, Chris?
Of course. Thank you so much for listening to Trouble at the Tavern.
He's doing it.
Once again, I am Chris, joined again by Michael, Hartley, and Maggie.
Hi.
Thank you so much for
Hi.
listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Hey everyone, Michael here. Just wanted to give a big shout out to tabletopaudio.com for letting us use their sounds and music in this episode. If you'd like to play your own D&D game to the sounds and music you heard here today, head on over to tabletopaudio.com. They have a huge selection of 10-minute ambiances and music for you to use. Another big shout out to our buddy Sheel for making the intro and outro music. Once again, thank you so much for listening to our very first episode of Trouble at the Tavern. Head on over to the next episode for our very first last call, where we have a conversation and a little debrief on this episode. Bye-bye.